One second. It says, yeah. Okay, Parikshit Prabhu is 9 years old and lives in Columbus, Ohio. His parents are both initiated devotees by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and are practicing Krishna consciousness since 1999. With this fortune, Parikshit was introduced to Krishna consciousness since his birth. He likes to memorize many prayers like Kunti prayers, Bhishma prayers, Gajendra prayers, etc. At the very young age, he developed an interest in reading scripture. He is also blessed with his elder brother Narhari Prabhu. Both brothers have recently started YouTube channel called Radha Madhav Brothers. This channel has inspired many young devotees and have about 100 subscribers in a short time. Parishit Prabhu also shares Bhagavatam Bhagavad Gita to the Columbus congregation. He will be speaking on the topic the story of Lord Shiva, Sati and Daksha with reference to Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 4. It's a very nice introduction, Mataji said. We are very fortunate to have Parikshit Prabhu. I heard Parikshit Prabhu also gave Srimad Bhagavatam class in the temple, Loyo temple. We are very fortunate to hear from Parikshit Prabhu, and thank you so much, Mataji, for letting us about your channel. We also go and see how you have started the channel, YouTube channel, Radha Madhav Brothers. I will surely check up that channel and we'll see Parikshit Prabhu's and his brothers video. Thank you so much. Parikshit Prabhu, you can take over the call now and then you can start presentation.
Okay, Mataji. I would like to thank the organizers of the session for giving me this opportunity to serve you. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Tadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Vandeham Shri Guru Shriyutapadakamlam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsta Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam
Hare Krishna.
Sadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Bhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanshakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. The topic that I have chose is the story of Lord Shiva, Sati, and Daksha. At the end, there will be a little quiz. At the beginning of the creation, Brahma emanated from the navel of Garbho Daksha Vishnu. And from him, many personalities emanated. And one of them was Swayambhuva Manu. Swayambhuva Manu and his wife Shatarupa begot 2 sons and 3 daughters. The 2 sons were Uttanapada and Priyavrata. The 3 daughters were Prasuti, Akuti, and Devahuti. Devahuti was married to Kardama Muni and begot Kapila Muni. And the Akuti married Prajapati Ruchi and begot Yagna. And Prasuti married a very famous Prajapati named Daksha, and they both begot 16 daughters. The 16th daughter was Sati Devi, who was married to Lord Shiva. They did not have any children, so Vidura asked Maitreya, why did they not have any children? And the answer to that question is our topic today. Once, Prajapati Daksha held initiated a 1,000-year sacrifice. Many personalities came. Agni, Chandra, Vayu, Brahma, many personalities came. And when he was entering the sacrificial arena, everyone stood up and bowed down, except 2 personalities, Brahma and Shiva. Daksha bowed down before Brahma because Brahma was his father, but he became very angry to see Shiva not bowing down to him because Shiva was his son-in-law. So he became very angry and he started blaspheming Shiva. He started saying, the Shiva, he smears ashes all over his body, he laughs and cries in the crematoriums, and his associates are all ghosts and hobgoblins, and only his name means auspicious, because Shiva means auspicious, and so only his name means auspicious. He is not auspicious. Daksha did this because of great envy of Shiva's great position. And then finally Daksha cursed Shiva, saying, I curse you, you will not be able to share oblations into the sacrifice with the other demigods. And Daksha just left the sacrificial arena. Many personalities tried to stop him, but he ignored them and just kept going and left. After hearing this, Nandi, the bull carrier of Lord Shiva, became very angry. Nandi started cursing Daksha and his followers. He was saying, you will all lose discrimination in eating, you will wander in the forest like beggars, and I predict Daksha will get a goat head very soon. After this, Bhrigu Muni said, you curse the Brahmanas? Because Daksha was in the Brahmana group. And then Bhrigu said, then the Brahmanas will curse you. And then Bhrigu started cursing Lord Shiva's followers. He was saying, you will become obstacles in genuine scriptures. You will be subjects for intoxication. And you will become atheists. Some lessons that we can learn from this is that for one person's mistake, for Daksha's mistake, his entire group that he's in may have to suffer. Because the entire Brahmana group had to suffer because of Daksha's mistake. And the lesson from this entire pastime is Vaishnava Parad is very, very, very millions of varies bad. After that, they just continued the sacrifice, the 1,000-year sacrifice. After some time, Daksha initiated 2 other sacrifices, Vajapeya and Brihaspati Seva. And he invited many personalities, except Lord Shiva and his wife Sati. Sati was the favorite daughter of Daksha, but because she was related to Shiva, he did not invite her. And then Sati was seeing all these demigods going to Shiva's sacrifice with their wives nicely dressed. And she also wanted to go. So she asked Lord Shiva, "May I go to the sacrifice?" And Lord Shiva said, "No." She said, "Why?" He said, "You cannot go to someone's house without an invitation. Like, you can't just bulge into someone's house and say, 'I want prasadam.' You have to let them know that you're coming." So Sati said, "Well, I'm his favorite daughter. He will not mind." And then Lord Shiva said, "You are not his favorite daughter anymore. Because you are related to me, he has given up that favoritism. He is not favorable to you. Please do not go." And then Shiva also said, "One should not go to a host who finds faults in his guests." And Sati says, "Well, he has all the 6 opulences. He will not find faults in his guests. He will treat them nicely." And then Lord Shiva mentions a very beautiful shloka. Vidya tapo vittava purvaya kulehi shatam guneshar birasatameterehi smrito hatayam bhritamana dhudrisham stabdana pashyanti dama bhuyasham. This verse means, even if one has the 6 opulences, vidya, tapo, vitta, etc., if that person has even a tinge of pride, they are not his or her qualifications, but their disqualifications. But Sati was being very adamant. And so Shiva finally let her go. But he sent many of his associates. And they gave her a nice umbrella, a ball, and many other things. And when Sati arrived there, her mother and her sister and all her relatives came and treated her well, except Daksha. Daksha did not even pay attention to Sati. And Shiva's followers were ready with their weapons to kill Daksha. And Sati said, "No, don't kill him. I need to talk to this fellow." So Sati came to him and said, "Lord Shiva is a great Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. He is the greatest of the Vaishnavas. And you are offending him? This is Vaishnava Parad. You are most condemnable." And then Sati, frustrated, sat down, and then she created fire in herself, and she quit her body. And then Narada told Shiva this. Shiva became very angry. He took a bunch of his hair, threw it on the ground, and created Virabhadra. And he ordered Virabhadra, "Go and destroy this Daksha in the sacrificial arena." So on their way, there was a huge raging dust storm at the sacrificial arena. And everyone was convinced this is the result of Daksha's sinful activities. This is his sinful reactions. And then when Virabhadra with all his warriors came, they were looking very ferocious with very dangerous weapons. And they started destroying pillars, entering women quarters, and then they blocked the way of people who were fleeing because people were trying to run away, and then they blocked them. Some priests were running away, and then finally Virabhadra caught Bhrigu, Daksha, Bhrigu, Pusha, and Bhaga. He tore off Bhrigu's mustache, broke off Pusha's teeth, plucked out Bhaga's eyes, and then finally, with the axe, he held Daksha and chopped Daksha's head off and put it in the sacrificial fire, and then went to Lord Shiva to report. And then after this, all the demigods in Brahma, they came to Lord Shiva to pacify him. When the demigods in Brahma were in Alakapuri or Mount Kailash, they saw the beautiful Alakananda river flowing, nice lakes, beautiful trees, beautiful forests, beautiful valleys, lotus ponds. And this is especially made for Sati Devi. And so, when they met Shiva, he seemed very sober, very grave, and he was speaking to some Vaishnavas. And the demigods and Brahma bowed down and respectfully spoke. They said, "O Shambhu, O Mahadev, we understand that your wife has died and Daksha has committed a very serious offense. But you are a pure devotee. You are a pure devotee. And pure devotees never become angry. Vaishnavanam yatashambhu. You're the epitome of pure devotees." And so after hearing this, Shiva was pacified. And then he came to Daksha. The sacrificial arena, and he replaced Daksha's head with the goat head. This was Nandi's prediction before, when Daksha cursed Shiva. This was his prediction. So he gave Daksha, as you can see here, the head of a goat. And Daksha realizes his mistakes and begs forgiveness from Lord Shiva. He says, "I am most condemnable. I have offended a great Vaishnava like you. I am most condemnable. Please forgive me." You see, when someone offends a devotee, the devotee may forgive. Krishna will never forgive. So when you offend a devotee, the devotee might not feel it yet, but the dust of that devotee will go and tell Krishna that this happened. And so it is very bad to offend a devotee. Okay, now it's quiz time. So you can raise your hand. You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand in Vinaya Mataji. Would you please pick someone who raises their hand to answer the questions? Hare Krishna?
Deepak. Hand right. Mukund is raising his hand. Mukund. Deepak.
Okay, so the first question is Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. What does it mean? Option A. Vaishnava should be like Shambhu, Lord Shiva. B. Lord Shiva is the best of all Vaishnavas. So Vinita Mataji, would you please pick someone to answer?
It is Mukund. Mukund would like to go. Mukund, go ahead, Mukund.
Okay.
Mukund, what happened? I have unmuted you.
Option B. Yes, correct. The second question. Daksha was cursed by Nandi to have a head of what? A donkey.
Question is not coming, Mukund. I'm sorry, Parikshit. The next question should come in the screen.
Yes, Mataji?
We didn't see it.
He is there only. Daksha was cursed by Nandi.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Daksha was cursed by Nandi to have a head of what? A donkey. B. A horse, and C. A goat.
Goats.
Correct. Next question. Number 3. Daksha cursed Lord Shiva as follows. Lord Shiva will not be eligible to share the oblations of the sacrifice with the demigods. B. The followers of Lord Shiva would be bereft of transcendental knowledge. So, Vinaya Mataji, you can pick.
Yeah, yeah. Manmai, go ahead.
Yeah, they can unmute and say the answer. If you know the answer, you don't need to wait. They can say, yeah.
Were you not able to?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mataji, maybe you can unmute to them.
No, Mataji, they are able to unmute. I don't know what's happening to them. Hare Krishna, can you unmute Mukul?
Mataji.
Yeah, please go ahead and answer the question.
It's option A. Lord Shiva will not be able to, will not be eligible to share the obligations of sacrifice with the other demigods. Correct. Now it's the last question. What did Shiva do after hearing the curses and counter curses in the sacrificial arena? A. Left the assembly. B. Got wild in anger. C. Stood up and spoke. What?
I love assembly.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Pariksit. It was so nice, and even you made the in the end of the class, you made some question answer session. Yeah, it's a very nice presentation. Thank you for bringing the new points also, new idea, the question, and then they can ask. Very nice. Is there anybody who would like to say anything?
Thank you, Mataji, for the opportunity. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I tell something?
Yes.
I was keep raising my hand. I didn't even get a chance.
Oh.
It's okay. Maybe next time I can.
Sorry.
It's okay, no problem.
So, questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Parikshit. Thank you so much for such a beautiful, beautiful class.
Thank you, Parikshit, for such a beautiful class. And what is your age? You're giving so nice presentation. Even you're very small. Like this is like a class that we do in the Damodar classes. Look, you are giving nice questions to the call. So thank you, Parikshit.
Thank you, Balavrinda.
Thank you, Parikshit. That was very nice. The point that she was making is like it's like a Damodar session because at the end of the Damodar session we have a question answer session. So she is able to think that oh you are a teacher for Damodar class, like she's thinking in that way. So that is her point. I don't know whether you got it. So in the Damodar session we'll do have the after story time we'll have a question. So she was feeling it's a Damodar class for her. Thank you, Parikshit. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Parikshit, that was a very nice presentation. You know, the way you explained and you kept all the kids engaged. I really liked it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Parikshit, that was a nice presentation, and I even like when you made the quizzes.
Thank you. Hare Krishna Prikshit, that was a very nice presentation. I loved how you explained each point, and you gave like your expressions that when Lord Shiva was angry and like that, and that I liked how you explained the story and your description. Thank you very much, Parikshit.
Thank you so much, Pariti. So, thank you once again. If nobody has any question or comment, we can move to our next session. The other kids, they can share their rhymes and sloka from last week. Yes, anybody would like to go? What did you learn last week, sloka? Who want to go first? Janivi want to go. Okay, Janivi, come. Yeah, play Swadika.
Klesodika Thursday Sam
Abhyakta
Abhyakta
Sakta
Sakta Chetasam Avyakta He Kate Dukam
Deha
Dahivatate But Yashoda had a little boy, Krishna was his name. Krishna Krishna was his name. Mother Rohini had a little boy, Balaram was his name. Balarm, and Balaram was his name. Mother Sachi had a little boy, Nima was his name. And and Nima was his name.
And now, Janivi, you can say Bhishma prayers. Shri Bhishma Vacha. Yeah.
Shri Vishma Uvacha. Iti mati
Hey, you want to say with the song? Iti mati.
Bhagavata Vetrishna Bhagavate Satvatapam Gave Vivamni Sukam Upagate Kwachid Vihartam Prakate Viharyushin Yad Baba Pravava Tribhuvana Kamalam Samalabarnam Rabikara Gauravaram Varam Dadane Vapuralakam Kuravetananavjan Vijaya Sakerathit Sunena Vadya Yuri Duragarajo Vedam Naveswak Kachalolita Sama
Arya.
Vanya
Alam.
Lamakritasha Mama Nishita Sarahe Vivedya Manavjan
Twachi Vilasat Kavasis.
Jestukish na Atma Sapadi Sakivajam Nisamnya Maje
Nira
Niraparayor Balayor Atam Nivesya Stutitam
Istitavati
Namati
par
Parna Nikaro
Sainikaya
Aksana
Ritavati pata
Sake
sake Rati
Amastu
mamastu Bevahit
Rahita Pritana Makani
Mukhamni
Reksa
Sojana Bada
Tat
Bhima
Vaksata Sabataya
Kuma
Matem Ahaha
Arahadatma
Aharatatma
Pitayaya शरणरते परमस्य तस्य मे so nigama you don't know this is okay. Thank you, Janavi. She only know this did that much. Anybody want to go next? Who want to say slow? It's okay, you did.
Okay.
Thank you, Janavi. Anybody want to say sloka, rhyme, or Bhishma prayers, anything? Or anything you learn?
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I tell the rhyme?
Yes, yes, Deepak. Yes.
Mother Yashoda had a little boy, little boy, little boy.
Krishna was his
What's
name.
his name? Krishna. And Krishna was his name. Mother Rohini had a little boy, and Balaram was his name. Balaram, and Balaram was his name. Mother Sati had a little boy, and Nimai was his name. N-A-M-A-I-E, and Nimai was his name.
Thank you, Deepak. How old are you? How is your sister? How old is your sister?
I'm 6, she's 4.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Thank you, Deepak. Next, anybody want to
Mataji, can Mukund go?
You're welcome. My
Yes.
sister wants to say the rhyme. Can Shubhadra
Yes,
Hare Krishna Mataji, my sister wants
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Shubhadra. Can I go?
yes. Wait, Subhadra. Mukund, wait. Just we'll finish first this Damodar group, and you can go. First, Deepak's sister want to go. What is your sister name?
Kaushiki.
Kaushiki. Yeah,
Kaushiki
Kaushiki can go. Kaushiki can go, and then Subhadra can go. Yes.
The rhyme she wants to do. I need to Hare Krishna Mataji. So, can you tell the rhyme and she will follow along?
Yeah, we only do in the class time, okay? Mataji already sent in the Damodar group. She can practice from the Damodar group, okay?
Anna, I need to see the rhyme, then do it.
Okay, next time, Kaushiki. Subhadra, can you go?
Okay.
Okay, Mataji, can I say the rhyme?
Yes, Subhadra.
But can I say the shloka?
Yes, Loka, rhyme, everything you can say one by one.
But I don't know which shloka is it.
Play Sadiko, yes. Bhagavad Gita 10, just this one, 12, 5. Kleso adhika tarastesam. Did you remember the sloka?
क्लेशोऽधिकातरास्तेषाम् अव्यक्तसक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्त हि गतर्दुःखम् देहावद्भिरवाप्यते केशवा नारायण माधव
Mother Yashoda had a little boy.
Mother Yashoda had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Mother Yashoda had a little boy. Krishna was his name. Krishna, and Krishna was his name. Mother Rohini had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Balaram was his name. Balaram, and Balaram was his name. Mother Shachi had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Nimai was his name. Nimai, and Nimai was his name. Can I say the Vishma prayers?
Yes, Subhadra.
Shri Bhishma Uvacha
इति मतिरूपकल्पिता वितृष्णा भगवती सात्वतपुङ्गवे विभुम्नि स्वशुकमुपगते क्वचिद् विहर्तुं प्रकृतिमुपेयुषि यद्भावा प्रभावा त्रिभुवनकमनं तमालवर्णं रविकरगौरवरं वरं ददाने वपुरलककुलवृत्ता ननन्नाब्जं विजयशखेरतिरस्तु मे नवाद्या उदितुरगरजो विदुमविश्वाक् कचलुलिता श्रमवारिलङ् कृतास्ये मम निशितशरी विविद्यमान पथिविलासत् कवचे सुकृष्णात्मा श्रापदिशकिवाच निशममाद्ये निजपरयोर्बलयोरथं निवेश्वा स्थितवती परसा सैनिकायुरक्ष्ण हितवती पार्थशकेरति नमास्तु व्यावहिता प्रीतन मुखं निरीक्ष्य स्वजनवदद्विमुक्षा यदो शबुद्ध्या कुमतिमरदात्मा विदययस् शरणरतिर्परमस्यता स्यमेस्तु स्वनिगमपपहाय मत्प्रतिज्ञं ऋतमधिकर्तुमवप्लुतर रथस्थाधृतरथचरणो व्ययच्चलत्कुर् हरिवहन्तुमिभं गतो तरिया हरे कृष्ण माताजी Mataji, can Mukund go?
Yes, Mukunda, yes.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, I'm going to recite the Bhishma players.
Yes, yes.
Shri Bhishma Uvacha Iti Matirupakalpitavitrishnā Bhagavati Satvata Vibhumni Swasukham Upagate Kvachid Vihartam Prakritim Upayasi Yadbhava Pravaha Tribhuvanakamanam Tamalavarnam Ravikaragoravadabaram Dadhane Vapuralaka Kulamritinanamsam Vijaya Sakhira Tirastu Me Vadya Yudhitiragrajo Vidhumra Vishvak Kacha Lulita Shamavarya Lankritasya Mama Nishita Shrividyamana Tvachi Vilasat Kavachestu Krishna Atma Sapadi Sakhi Vacho Nishamya Madhya Neja Parayor Valayoratham Niveshya Stetavati Parasainikaya Rakshana Retavati Partha Sakhera Termamastu Vyavahita Pritana Mukham Nirikshya Swajanavadhadi Mukhasya Dosa Buddhya Kumati Maharad Atma Vidyayas Charanarati Paramasya Tasya Mestu Swanigamam Apahaya Mata Pratignam Ritam Madhikartam Avapluta Rathastaha Dhritartha Charano Vyayaya Chaladgur Hare Revahantam Ibam Gato Tariya Sita Vishikahato Vishindradamsa Shataja Paripluta Atataino Me Prasavamabhi Sasaramalvadhartam Srabhu Bhavatu Me Bhagavan Gatir Mukunda Vijay Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, can Parikshit go?
Thank you so much. Yes, yes.
Mataji, can Parikshit go?
Yes, yes, Parikshit. Yes, yes, you can go.
I'll be doing Bhishma Stuti.
Yes, yes.
Iti matirupakalpitavitrishnam Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni
स्वसुखमुपगते क्वचित् विहर्तुं प्रकृतिमुपेयुषि यद्बव्र प्रवाह त्रिभुवनकमनं तमलवर्णं रविकरगौरवराम्बरं दधाने वपुरलककुलावृतननाब्जं विजयसखेरतिरस्तु मे नवद्या युदितुरगरजो विदुम्रविश्वक् कचलुलिताश्रमवायलं कृतस्य मम निशितसरैर्विभिद्यमाना त्वचि विलसत्कवचेस्तु कृष्ण आत्मा सपदि सखिवचो निशम्य मध्ये निजपरयोर्बलयोरथं निवेश्यम् स्थितवती परसैनिकायुराक्षा हृतवती भर्तसखेरथिर्ममस्तु व्यवहितपृथना मुखं निरीक्ष्य स्वजनवदाद्विमुखस्य शबोद्या कुम्मतिमहरदत्मा विद्यया शरणरति परमास्यता स्यमेस्तु स्वनिगममपहयामात्प्रतिज्ञं मृतमधिकर्तुमवाप्लुतो रथस्था धृतरथचरणोऽभ्यलचयद्गुर्हरिर्वहन्तुमिभं गतो तरीया स्वनिगममपसितविशिखहतो विशीर्णदंष्ट क्षतजतरिप्लुता तथा हीनो मे प्रसभमभिससरमध्वधार्तं स भवतु मे भगवान् गतिर्मुकुन्द. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much. Very nice you sang. Yes, Balram. Yes.
अव्यक्त सप्तचित्तः अव्यक्त हि गतदुःख देहवद्भिरवाप्यते mother Yashoda had a little boy, little boy. Balaram was his name. Krishna was his name. His name. Mother Rohini had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Balaram was his name. B R was his name. Mother Sati had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Nimai was his name. And Krishna Mataji, can I go? Nimai was his name. Itimate Rupakal Pitave Krishna Bhagavati Saraswata Pongave Vibhumi Swasukamupagate वाचेत विहार तुम प्रकटे मुपे या प्रवाह रविकर गौरव दधाने तेरा वद्या Idituragarrajo, iduraviso, kajalulita, ramava, vitasye, mamanishita sarare, vividyamana, tvachivilasa, chetu, निज परयो निवेशम Ritavati Partha Sakhe Ratyamastu Vyavahita Pretana Mukam Nishya Swajanavadavimukasya Dosha Buddhya Komate Navedayaya Charanarati Paramasya Mestu. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Balram. You did very nicely, but your sound was coming with breaking. I could not hear in the middle. Thank you so much. Yes.
Hare
Everybody,
Krishna
Manmay,
Mataji.
Manmay
I
Krishna.
want to
Yes.
say the sloka.
Yes, Manmay Krishna. Yes.
Iti mate apakalpita with Krishna Bhagavati Sakvata Pungave Vibhumi Swasukam Pukate Kvachit Vihartum Prakrutam Upejushi Yadbhava Pravaha Sri Bhuvana Kamanama Tavanam Vavikaragara Lambarao Dadane Vapuralaka Kulavrttana Najam Rishi Ratir Astume Anamadya Yashoda had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Yashoda had a little boy. Krishna was his name. K-R-I-S-H-N-A. And Krishna was his name. Mother Rohini had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Dana was his name. B-A-L-A-R-A-M. Balaram was his name. Mother Sachi had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Mother Sachi had a little boy. Nimai was his name. N-I-M-A-I. I.
And Nimai was his name.
And then my was his name.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Manmay Krishna. Is there anybody else from Damodar group?
Hare Krishna, don't go to Damodar group without me.
What,
Shiva.
Brinda?
No, she's saying don't close the Damodar group without me. I am there in Damodar group. She's saying Mataji.
Yeah, Damodar. Yes, Brinda. Yes, you have to say the sloka rhyme.
Please show.
Leshodikatarasteşam havyaktasaptaterasa havyakdahi gadirdukkam dehavalvevasmata. Let me say Bhishma prayer.
No, Mother Yashoda.
Mother Yashoda had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Krishna was his name. Yeah, is his channel. Krishna was his name. Mother Yashoda had a Mother Rohini had a little boy, little boy, little boy. What's his name? B-A-L-A-R-M. Balam was his name.
Mother Sachi.
Mother said she had a little boy, little boy, little boy.
Nimai was his name.
N-I-M. Nimai.
Nimai N-I-M.
A-I.
Nimai was his name.
Thank you, Mataji.
Now say that
Bhishma prayers.
come on.
Okay, let me start with my Bhishma prayers.
Okay.
First of all, I like to say, my dear Prikshit, very nice presentation.
Okay. Sri Bhishma Vacha.
Shri Vishma Avasha Iti Mati Upakalpita Vedishna Bhagavati Satada Bhungave Vibhumni Susugam Kajid Vihartum Prakutim Mupayusi Yat Pava Pravaha Tribhuvana Kamalam Damanavarnam Ravikara Gora Varambaram Dadare Vabhuralakakula Vidananabjam Vidaya Sakara Tirastuve Navadya Yuditagalaja Nishan Gavishvat Kachalulita Samavayalam Kritasya Mamadusita Sare Vivedyamanam Vajil Vilasa Kavachestu Krishnanma Sakadisha Kivaja Nisham Namadye Nija Balayo Balayo Radam Niveshya Sitavati Parasan Nikayuraksha Sitavati Patagati Mamastu Yavasiha Ratana Mukarideksha Sanagada
Kasyado Shabudya
Kumakia
Varada
Avidyanara
Charanarate Paramasya
Mestu
Swanigam.
Svanigamapaha Pratigna Mada
Adhika. Okay, she's stopping here, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Brinda. I know you did very nicely yesterday. Anybody want Subhadra's tonies? I see didn't get chance. Yes? Yes, Subhadra, go ahead.
Leshadik Tarastesham अव्युक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्युक्ताहि गते दुःखम् देववद्भिरवाप्यते. Mother Yashoda had a little boy, little boy, little boy.
Krishna.
Was his name?
K.
Krishna, and Krishna was his name. Mother Ravani had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Balram was his name. Balrar, and Balram was his name. And Sachit had a little boy, little boy, little boy. Nimai was his name. And and Nimai was his name. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much. And now Vinita Mataji will take over for Govinda and Madhava kids. I think Asra will do the song, Mataji. This you can ask to her.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Go ahead, Asura. Go ahead, Asura.
Okay, Mataji. 1 minute. I'll just open. बरो कृपा कले कृष्णदा मेरा प्रति के लागी नित करो बेगति आची की चुक जाता वे अनुमने नाहे के नोनी बने यु प्रस्थाने बुरो कृपा करे कृष्णदा मेरा प्रति के लागे निलेत करो बेगति राजस्तामो गुनाए रसवयाचना वासुदेव कतरुचि नहीं से प्रश्न तबे जाड़ी तब कृपा होय तके सकाली संभव होय तुम्हें से कतके के भाव भुजले तारा भुज से ही रसा एते कृपा करे प्रभु करे निज बासा तुम्हारा इच्छया सब होय माया बसा तुम्हारा इच्छया नाशा माया परशा तबाई चाहया जाड़ी तदेरा उधार बुझिबे निश्चय तबे कथा से तोमार भगवतेर कथा से तब अवतार धीराया सुन जाड़ी कने बार शृण्वातं स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवण कीर्तना हृदयन्तस्तो भद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सतां नष्टप्रायेष्व भद्रेषु नित्यं भगवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी तदा सृजस्तमो भाव कामालोबाधयश्च ये चेतयेतिरनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वा प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवद्भक्तिर्योगितः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गश्च जायते विद्यते ऋतया ग्रन्थिश्चिद्यन्ते सर्वसंशया क्षयन्ते च स्य कर्माणि दृष्ट एवात्मनेश्वरे रजस्तमोहते तब पैवे निष्ठार हृदयेरभद्रसते गुचे बेतार के कोरे बुझबो कथा भरोसे ही चाहिए शुद्रामी दिनहीन कोनो शक्ति नहीं अता चाहिए निचो प्रभु कथा बोली वरे जे तुम्हारा इच्छे प्रभु करो है बरे अखिरा जगत गुरु बचन से अमार अलंकृत करे बर क्षमता तोमार तब कृपा हले मोर कथा शुद्ध हवे सुनिया सबरा सुख दुख जय गोचिबे अन्याचे जाडिया प्रभु मारे नाचते नचाओ 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 प्रभु नचाओ से मते क्षतेरा पुतली जत नश्च से मते भक्ति नय वेदानहि नम कुबदर भक्ति वेदांत नम एव शत करो बोरो कृपा कोले कृष्ण दामेरा प्रति के लागिया नीले हेता करो ए बेगति. I didn't practice enough, Mataji, but thank you for letting me.
Thank you, Asra. That was very, very beautiful singing. Thank you so much. Now from the Govinda class, who would like to go? Mukund,
Me,
you want to take Govinda verses? Balram, okay, Balram, go ahead.
Okay, Mataji. What's the first one? I forgot, Mataji.
Govinda group, it's this one, na Chatur Sloka Bhagavad Gita we are doing, na? What is that? Tesham Sadata Yuktanam. That slokas only, na?
Aham Sarvasya Prabhu from
Am
that.
Sarvasya Prabhu is starting, I think, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, Mataji. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvita machita magata prana bodhayanta paraspara atayantascha mam nitya dusyanti cha ramanti cha tesham sadata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvaka tadami buddhi yogantam yena mamupayanti te तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमोज्ञानजं तमा नाशयामि आत्मभावस्तु येन दीपेन भास्वता.
Thank you, Balram. Thank you. That was a very nice recitation. Mukund, you would like to go, right? You can unmute yourself and speak, Mukund. You could not unmute yourself, Mukund. Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Mukund want to go. He raised his hand, but he's not unmuting himself.
Mataji, can
He
Shubhadra
raised
go?
that before only, that one, before only.
Before only, okay. Subhadra, go ahead, Subhadra.
Sarvasya Prabhavo Matva Sarvam Pravattate Iti Matva Vajante Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvita Matchitta Matgata Prana Bodhayanta Parushparam Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha Tesham Shatatayuktanam Bhajatam Pritipurvakam Idani Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Mamupayanti Te Teshamevanukampartham Aham Jnanajam Tamah Nashayami Atmabhavasto Jnanadipena Bhashuta Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Devyam Adidevam Ajam Vivum. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Subhadra. That was very nice dissertation. Who wants to go next? Is there anybody? Advait, would you like to recite? Advait, you did not recite anything. Advait, would you like to join?
No, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody did
Hare
not?
Krishna Mataji, can I say the sloka?
Yes. Which sloka you want to say?
Kleshu.
You already said that, right?
Oh,
We're already done. Damodar class is already done.
No, Mataji, he only said the rhymes. If
Right?
you
Okay,
want to
that
say.
we did not say. Okay, okay. Go ahead, Klesho Dikata.
Kleshu de raste sham. Adya. Adyatika.
Abhyakta Sakta Chetasam.
Abhyakta chetasam.
Abhyakta hi gatir. Dukham.
Abhyakta didi. Dukam.
Deha badvir avapyate.
Deva badvir abapyate.
Thank you.
Good job, Deepak. That was very nice. Very good. Okay.
Mataji can Budila Arwana Mataji.
Okay, Balram, go ahead, Balram.
उदिलो आरुना पूरबभागे द्विजमणि गौर मणि जागे बकत सम्मोह लय साते गिल नगर ब्राजे तते बजो लोक गण गण तहे जजरा प्रेम दल दल सोनार अंग चरणे नूपुर बाजे मुकुंद मुकुंद माधव यादव हरे बोले न बोलो रे वंदन बोरी मेचे निदा बसे गेलो रे राती दिवस शरीर साजे एमेना दुर्लभ मानव देहु पैकी कोरो भावे न केहो एबे न बाजिले यशोद सुता चरमे बोरी बिलागे उदित तापना হইলে আস্থা দিন গেল বলে হইবে ব্যস্ত তবে কেন হইবে আলস হয় নব যাহে দয় রাজে জীবন আনিত্য জন হসা নহি নানা বিধা বিপদ বা নমস্বয় করি যতনি তুমি তকহ আপন কাজে जीवेर कल्याण साधन काम जगते आसिए मधुरना अवेदति मेरा दापन रूपे हृदय गाने विराजे कृष्ण नाम सुध कोरियप्पा जीरो भगत वेनो दप्रा नम बिना किचु नहीं कुआरो 14 भुवन माजे उदिलो आरुना पूरबभागे द्विजमणि कोर मणि जागे बकत सम्मोह लय साते गिल नगर ब्राजे थैंक यू माता जी
Very nice you sang. Mataji taught very
can
nice.
Shubhadra go
Yeah, Subhadra, go ahead, Subhadra.
उदिलो अरुणा पूरबभागे द्विजमणि गोरा मणि जागे बकत समूह लय साते केल नगर ब्राजे तथै बजल खोल गण गण तहे जजरा रोल प्रेमी डाला डाला सोनार अंग चरणे नूपुरा बाजे मुकुंद माधव यादव हरि बोले न बोलो रे वधन बोरी मिचे निदय बसे गेलो रे राती दिवस शरीर सा आजे अमन दुर्लभ मानव देह पाइय की कर पवन के हो एवे न जिले यशोदा सूता चरण में पोरी बेलाजे उदित तापन হইলে রাস্তা দিন গেল বলি হইবে ব্যস্ত তবে কেন এবে অলস হয় নবজরি দয় রাজে জীবন নিত্য জান সার তাই নন বিদ্যা বিপদ বার নমস্কার করি যতনে তুমি তাক আপন কাজে জীবের কল্যাণ সাধন কা জগতে আসিয়ে মধুরানম अविततिमिरा तपन रूपे दीप्त गाने विराजे कृष्ण नाम सुधा कोरिया पान जुड़ाओ भक्ति विनोद प्राण नाम बिन किछु नाई को आरो 14 भुवन माजे उदिल अरुण पुरब भागे द्विचमन गरमनि जागे भकत समूह लय साथे गेल नागर ब्राजे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण माता जी
Hare Krishna Mataji, it's Deepak. Can I drop off? I will log in back tomorrow.
Yes, yes. Everybody is going to now drop off. It's over already. Okay, Deepak?
Okay.
Anybody would like to go? Is did not get a chance? Is there anybody remaining?
Yeah, don't see. Okay, Daddy.
Okay. I guess everybody is done. We would like to end the call today. I would like to offer obeisance to all of you. Vancha kalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhyaya
पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय
Thank you.